Hey everyone, welcome back to Movie Explained in English. Today I'm excited to share with you an action comedy film called The Shaolin Boy. Spoilers ahead. Lee is a 6-year-old monk studying at the Shaolin monastery. He has lived in the monastery and trained in martial arts his entire life. At the beginning of the movie, Lee enters the training hall and apologizes to his seniors for what he is about to do, showcasing his skills through a demonstration fight. Before he can fully prepare, a monk attacks him from the side. Lee quickly dodges the surprise attack, but the monk manages to throw him against the wall. Undeterred, Lee bounces back and continues to fight. Lee demonstrates his impressive skills, showering the monk with mid-air kicks. Moments later, he defeats the first monk by skillfully restraining him with a woven bamboo basket. Next, he faces a second monk armed with swords. Lee deftly disarms his opponent, forcing him to accept defeat. Then, he approaches the third and final monk. Despite meditating, the monk senses Lee's approach and uses a prayer bead to hit a nearby mirror, momentarily blinding Lee. In a swift move, the monk picks up Lee and throws him to the ground. Just as the monk prepares to deliver the final blow, Lee slides away and kicks him in the chest. The two engage in an intense battle, and ultimately, Lee emerges victorious. He bows to the shrine and walks outside, while his opponents bow to him in respect. The head monk informs Lee that he scored 88 out of 100 on the test, an impressive result for a child his age. Excitingly, Lee is about to go to a new school in the city as an exchange student. During his stay, he will live with a family of 3, led by a renowned scientist who is close to the head monk. After saying farewell, Lee embarks on his journey to the city, eager to meet new people. In the next scene, we are introduced to 15-year-old Feng, the chief of the Taekwondo club at his school. He has a younger sister, Shanshan, who is in 4th grade and always cheers for her brother and loves him dearly. The manager of the Taekwondo club is Lan, who analyzes Feng's matches and provides feedback on what he could improve. Lan also seems to have a crush on him, although she denies it when asked. Lan's brother, Yu, is a glutton who loves to eat more than anything else. The 4 of them live in the same neighborhood and share a close bond. One afternoon, while Lan is busy analyzing the previous day's Taekwondo match, her brother Yu is binging on chips and snacks. Their father, Dr. Han, is a dedicated scientist who has immersed himself in work since their mother passed away a few years ago. Currently, he is developing a special device that has attracted the attention of a group of gangsters. Dr. Han calls to check in on the kids, but Lan is frustrated because their father is rarely home. He promises to return as soon as possible and tells them to open a gift box he has sent. Unbeknownst to them, the box contains the device that the gang is after. As they talk, Lee knocks on their door and Lan eagerly welcomes him. While she attends to Lee, she doesn't notice that her father is being abducted on the other end of the video call. The gang leader, Larry, threatens Dr. Han, demanding the important device. Dr. Han insists that there is no such device. He has been working on AI technology that allows his kids to communicate with their mother's voice. Larry doesn't believe him and holds him hostage. After reviewing CCTV footage, he learns that the device has been sent to Dr. Han's home and received by his children. 2 of Larry's henchmen, Sloppy and Fist, volunteer to retrieve the device at all costs, knowing Dr. Han will remain a hostage until they succeed. Excited about their first job, Sloppy and Fist dress in eccentric disguises and arrive outside Lan's house. Sloppy attempts to break in after dark, but Fist suggests they wait until the kids leave for school the next day. Meanwhile, Lee is adjusting to his new environment. He notices Lan watching a Taekwondo match on TV and becomes fascinated by the sport. Later, as he tries to meditate, Yu plays a video game and they disturb each other, struggling to coexist. However, they soon bond over the game. In her room, Lan opens the box sent by her father and finds a panda keychain inside. Unbeknownst to her, the keychain also contains a pen drive that the gang is seeking. When she presses a button, the panda prompts her to set a voice-activated password. Surprised, she exclaims, "What password?" unknowingly setting the new password. As she experiments further, she discovers that the panda is an AI programmed to mimic her mother's voice. The next morning, Lee gets ready for his first day of school alongside Yu and Lan. Meanwhile, Sloppy and Fist watch them from their car, plotting to break in as soon as the kids are out of sight. Just then, Sloppy notices that Lan has hung the panda keychain on her bag. They quickly change plans and decide to steal it from her. On their way to school, the group meets Feng and his sister, Shanshan. Lan introduces Li to Feng, and as they chat, Sloppy swiftly snatches the keychain and tries to walk away. Li spots this and performs a high jump, followed by several backflips to catch him. Feng is impressed by Li's skills. Together they manage to confront Sloppy and retrieve the panda, but he doesn't give up easily. Sloppy snatches it back, having learned nothing from their first encounter. The kids quickly surround him, trapping him inside a garbage bin before pushing it down the road. At school, Li is introduced to his classmates, who are amazed to see a child monk for the first time. They bombard him with questions like whether he can ever get married and if he knows kung fu. The teacher quiets them down, suggesting they wait for gym class to see Li's martial arts skills. During gym class, the coach informs them about an upcoming fitness test that will be held next month. Those who fail will have to repeat the class next year. Yu worries because he is out of shape and can barely keep up. Their first task is to run 100 meters. A trained Li completes 2 laps before his classmates can finish even one. Next, they are asked to do push-ups, one of Li's specialties. He performs over 100 while the other kids struggle to manage 2. To showcase his true capabilities, he even does push-ups with one hand and then in a vertical position. The students cheer and praise him. Next up are high jumps. While elementary school high jumps are a piece of cake for Li, Yu struggles and falls face first onto the platform. Meanwhile, in Dr. Han's lab, gangster Larry has tied him to a chair and is hitting him with golf balls. To entertain himself, Dr. Han instructs Larry on new techniques at his own expense. That night, Sloppy and Fist break into the house, searching for the panda. Li sees them and hides behind a stuffed toy to scare them. He causes trouble for the bumbling gangsters, but they eventually spot him and attempt to fight back. Just then, Lan comes downstairs, allowing the gangsters to grab the panda and escape. Li tells the siblings what happened, but they think he's joking. In the following scene, Sloppy and Fist are at the lab with golf balls in their mouths, revealing that they accidentally stole a panda humidifier instead of the special device. Larry is growing impatient, as he needs to sell the special device to his clients in 3 days. To motivate Fist and Sloppy, he uses them as golf tees to threaten them into completing the task faster. The next day, after school, the group watches Feng fight against an opponent. Meanwhile, Yu and Shanshan discuss 2 unattractive girls sitting at the back of the bleachers, unaware that those girls are actually Sloppy and Fist in disguise. The gangsters eye the panda hanging from Lan's bag, waiting for the right moment to snatch it. Just then, Li challenges Feng to a match, drawing the attention of everyone around. Behind them, Sloppy and Fist attempt to grab the panda from Lan's bag, but their wig gets stuck, causing them to struggle in silence. The intense fight between Li and Feng continues, showcasing that both are evenly matched. The duel comes to an abrupt end when they both refuse to hit each other. Everyone turns around and gasps as they spot Sloppy and Fist in their schoolgirl dresses. The kids leap into action, attacking the gangsters. However, Sloppy and Fist manage to escape, taking a girl hostage and fleeing with the panda. The students rush to the principal and call the police, who promise to do their best to track them down. Feeling guilty, Li blames himself for what happened, believing that if he hadn't challenged Feng, Lan wouldn't have been distracted. The rest of the group reassures him that they don't hold him responsible. Meanwhile, Larry finally gets his hands on the panda and uses the pen drive inside to access a program on a computer. However, it requires a password. Larry demands the password from Dr. Han, but he refuses to cooperate. A couple of programmers attempt to break the code, but after an entire day of trying, they fail. By the end of it, Larry starts to lose his mind and has a mental breakdown. Then he sees a message from Lan on Dr. Han's phone, which is just a string of random words. Suddenly, it dawns on him that it could be a possible password, and he uses it to access the AI technology. The next day, the kids gather in Li's room to brainstorm a plan to rescue Lan's father and recover the panda. They devise a strategy, and even train with Lee in martial arts. Later that night, they disguise themselves as gangsters and head to the lab to sneak in. However, the plan goes awry when they are spotted by the guards, sparking a chaotic fight. Though Sloppy and Fist put up a good struggle, Lee's skills quickly turn the tide in their favour. While Lan helps Dr. Han, Lee engages in battle with the gangsters. Feng and Yu keep Sloppy and Fist occupied, and just when it seems they're on the verge of defeat, they realise the importance of teamwork. Feng takes the lead, while Yu distracts Sloppy and Fist. Lan joins Lee to confront Larry, and together they finally manage to retrieve the device. With the device secured, they race against time to escape the gang's hideout. As they reach the exit, they encounter one final challenge. Larry confronts them, demanding the device back. In an epic showdown, Lee and Feng unite their martial arts skills to take down Larry. With teamwork and determination, they successfully defeat him, leaving the gangsters tied up for the police to discover. The film wraps up with the group celebrating their hard-earned victory. Dr. Han promises to take the kids on a trip to the zoo, and they all share a hearty laugh, grateful for their friendship and the thrilling adventures they've experienced together. That's it for today's summary of The Shaolin Boy. I hope you enjoyed all the action and adventure. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Movie Explained in English for more exciting movie summaries. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.